That's it. We are back, Cold Front Mafia. Special edition. Wild Card Weekend ends tonight in a few hours. Huge Monday Night Football game. Does not have any extra barring to us. Now that the Patriots won last night, beat the Chargers 16-3. Possibly one of the worst football games that I've ever watched. So this game doesn't mean anything in terms of where we're going. We know we're going to Denver next week. Regardless, playing on Saturday. We don't know what time yet. So if you're making those plans, let's get that going. Get ready to go to Denver, baby. So this game is not doing anything when it comes to changing the Bills' outlook, changing the Bills' schedule for the playoffs. However, I'm really curious and interested in watching this game because of the fact that Aaron Rodgers, to me, may bring – it's either going to be a dud, and I think the Texans are going to just destroy the Steelers. The Steelers might put up 7 points, maybe. Or I think the Steelers might have a chance to win this game. If Aaron Rodgers can get rid of the football quickly, Tomlin can go into his bag, figure out ways to get Aaron Rodgers to get rid of the ball in a elite amount of time. And when I say elite, I mean get rid of that dang thing quickly. Also, don't think that the Texans have much firepower on offense either. Steelers got a pretty good defense. I think they might be sneaky Upsetville here. And quite honestly, I don't even know. Shame on me. I don't even know what the line is right now. Let's take a look. I say upset, and the reason I'm asking that question is because the Steelers. Okay, Steelers are a 3-point favorite. I'm sorry, 3-point underdog. So it might be upset alert time. We don't know. Wait a minute now. That opening kickoff was a little scary. Did the Steelers receiver not catch that football and his first step was on the 1-yard line and then he backed into the end zone? You got to play that back. I'm not even kidding. First kickoff of the game. You got to play that back. I think that guy was on the 1 and went into the end zone, then took a knee. I'm not conspiracying anything tonight. I really want to stay away from that. We did enough of that. Well, we don't really do that, but we talked about a lot yesterday, during, and then after the Bills game. But that looked a little nutty to me. Here we go. Steelers get the ball. Opening kickoff. Aaron Rodgers hands the ball. Whoa. Mr. Warren, a little inside zone to his right, cut back to the left. 11 yards. Here we go. What do you know? Nutella, be ready. Crispy wafer filled. We get a box of these things. I get home from work at, 7:30, 7:40 or something like that. And the whole box is gone -1. These kids are crazy, man. Huh? Yeah. Box is gone less 1. I get 1. Yeah, they just hammer him. Okay, Aaron Rodgers gets the ball out quick. Little wide receiver screen to DK Metcalf to the right side, 14 yards. One of the main, I don't want to say highlights, but headlines of this week is the Steelers also, I failed to just mention that 2 minutes ago. DK Metcalf is back. After being suspended for a couple of games with his altercation with the fan, grabbed the guy's shirt, kind of did a little one of these deals to the fan in the stands. He sat for 2 games. A lot of people thought it should have been longer than 2. We don't know what the fan, him and the fan had previous altercations also in DK's career. Hand off to Warren to the left side, little zone action, cuts it back to the right, only gets about 2 yards, but they're almost at midfield already, the Steelers. It's going to be 2nd and 8 or 2nd and 9 at their own 48. Will Aaron Rodgers be able to, like we just said 3 minutes ago, will Aaron Rodgers be able to get the ball out quickly and not allow this elite Texans pass rush get after him and just wreck the game like they did against Buffalo earlier in the year? Aaron Rodgers in shotgun, hands the ball off, right up the gut again. Another 2, maybe 2.5 yards. It's going to end up being 3rd and 6, maybe 3rd and 7. The broadcast has 3rd and 7, but I think it's 3rd and 6 more like. 12.5 minutes left in the first quarter. If nothing else, what the Steelers have done is at least allowed them to start the field position game in their corner. Again, they're up at midfield. Jalen Reed for the Texans standing up, but he's injured, flexing his knee. Training staff's out there. Not sure if it's a knee or an ankle. That'd be a pretty big loss early in the game. He's walking off his own power. He's not, man, barely limping. Looks like he almost wants to start jogging. It doesn't seem like that's going to be too much of anything. Ethan Davis, what's up, brother? How are you this evening? I know it probably won't happen, but if the Steelers can pull off an upset, I would much rather go against the Steelers than the Texans farther down 100%. I do agree with that, although I will say that I don't think the odds of the Texans doing what they did to the Bills twice in the same season would be all that great. Keep in mind, against Houston earlier, 8 sacks, 3 turnovers, I believe. We only lost by 4 points. Empty set now, 3rd and 7. Aaron Rodgers in the gun, gets a snap, drops back, takes a look to his right. Horrible throw. He's mad. He's mad at somebody. You know what Aaron Rodgers does. Sticks people up. They don't do what they're supposed to do. But it looks to me as if he just completely just airmailed Gainwell on a speed out. He was in the slot. Yeah, just an out pattern. He threw the ball, I don't know, 5 feet over his head. I don't know if he's mad at Gainwell or what, but 4th and 7. Steelers are punting. Smooth lefty. Punts the ball down to the 10 for a fair catch. Texans will get their first possession of the game. 1st and 10 on their 10-yard line. 0-0, 12 minutes left in the first quarter. How do we judge that first drive for the Steelers? Ran the ball decent. One quick pass that, DK did DK things, broke a tackle, went for 14, then got stuffed. Real poor pass by Aaron Rodgers there on 3rd and 7. Now, he was screaming, like I said, he was mad at somebody. I don't know if it's himself or somebody else. It's weird that they chose to suspend Metcalf, but not some of the people with domestic charges. Oh, some NFL players with allegations or charges. Well, you know what? There can be some in-home domestic charge allegations that cannot be nearly as incriminating as the video in plain sight at an NFL game on the field, as DK Metcalf did. Like, you can't, there's no, oh, no, I didn't do it. There's no pleading innocence for DK Metcalf. That was obviously clear as day. I would assume that's the difference there. You know what I'm saying, Ethan? I'm assuming. I want to talk about a few things from last night. The Bills game yesterday. We'll do it during commercial breaks. Looking at some film, tried to watch as much as I could today. I like to watch the all 22. From the NFL, because it's a zoomed out lens of the game. The camera angle, unlike the broadcast that we watch live games with, it's a zoomed out camera. Hence all 22, because it's encapsulating all 22 players on the field at any given moment throughout the entire play. Obviously, you can't see some smaller details because it's not as zoomed in as a regular broadcast is, but when you watch a broadcast, anything that's 10 yards past the line of scrimmage, you have no idea what's going on. You don't know what routes a lot of the receivers are running. You don't know the schemes that the defense is mustering up. If someone's wide open, if somebody's not, we can't see much. So all 22 takes a step back, takes all the noise out of it as well, which is good and bad. That's how I like to watch games back, honestly. It's not that expensive. Use it if you like to watch film and you're really into that. I try to put as many highlights out there as I can, too. I don't have a whole hell of a lot of time. All right, we're back into this. Steelers Nation is going nuts with their terrible towels. I'll get back into the all-22 during breaks. First and 10. CJ Stroud right up the gut for 5 yards. Maybe right off the right tackle. That's true. I just think Diggs should have been allowed to. Well, okay. I see what you're saying. I see what you're going at now. I don't necessarily disagree with you, probably because I'm a little biased because I'd love to see him now, being that he's on the Patriots, not play, right? So, but it's tough, man. He's not guilty of anything yet. Legally, technically. I'm not getting into my opinion of whether he did it or not. That's not what I'm saying. 2nd and 5, Stroud drops back. Oh, over the middle, tip ball. Oh, my gosh. Jalen Ramsey almost came with an interception. Ball hit the ground. It's incomplete. Is that Nico Collins on the ground? Oh, baby. I think he was targeting Nico Collins. He was. He got up on his own accord, but he looks a little shaken up. Joey Porter Jr. Looks like man-to-man coverage. Yeah, Collins just ran a slant. Actually, Joey Porter Jr. got his hand in there, deflected the ball. Kind of like the last play yesterday in the Bills game. Popped straight up. Jalen Ramsey almost intercepts it. 3rd and 5 coming up. How crazy would that have been, by the way, if Pittsburgh just picked the ball off on the Texans' 15? Stroud drop back, lofts it down the field. Who's that? Kirk? Reception. Did that ball hit the ground? Wide open on a deep crosser towards the left sideline. Diving catch. Here's the replay. It bobbles around. All right. Hate to be this guy. I don't really care who wins, but I'm saying if this catch, he bobbled it, he had possession, then he hits the ground on the ball. Here, they're going to show it again. Excuse me, hold on. Ball kind of drags on the ground for a second or two. Did that not happen to Brandon Cooks yesterday before the end of the second quarter? 1st and 10 from the Steelers 49. CJ Stroud hands the ball off. Yeah, nothing. 2 yards. Stuffs up the gut. Sun update on Gabe Davis. Yeah. Ethan, you're absolutely correct. It's no good. Confirmed ACL tear from what I read. How does that affect the Bills going forward now? Well, yes, it is confirmed. He tore his ACL in his left leg. Saw a picture. He posted a picture actually on social media of his left knee that was about this big and completely black and blue, which is absolute travesty. Horrible. So he's out for the season. Handoff up the gut again. They just keep going back to it with Woody Marks. Might have gotten another 2 yards. 3rd and 6 now for the Houston Texans. Nico Collins back on the field. It looks like he's just fine. That was just a scare maybe, but he's okay. Yes, torn ACL. Here's the question marks. They lifted Curtis Samuel from the IR. So now he has, they put him in his window. When you take somebody off the IR, they have 21 days. Oh, delay a game. That's a delay a game. Yes. Oh, my word. Did the Texans get the timeout in? Did the sideline? No. Penalty. It was 3rd and 6. Oh, no. Now they're seeing it. Hold on 1 second. Oh, Texans got a timeout in real quick. Man, that play clock was dropping like a ton of bricks. CJ Stroud did not get that snap before the play clock went to 0. But it looks, what they're saying is the Texans sideline got that timeout before it actually struck 0. So what I was getting at is the way that the injury reserve works is when you're taken off or you're relieved from that, you have 21 days from that day to then be put back onto the active roster. This also, Ed Oliver also got taken off the IR and was practicing, apparently. He will be practicing this week with Curtis Samuel. So if Curtis Samuel is healthy enough to be taken and given his 21-day window, my assumption is that the Bills did that so he can now replace Gabe Davis. And I bet you he's active this week. He had a big day against the Broncos last year in the playoffs. 3rd and 6, flag. CJ Stroud dropped back, but flag pre-snap. It's probably false start. False start. So, oh man, worst case scenario for Houston. 3rd and 6. It's about to go down to 0 with the play clock. They get a timeout before the play clock expires, so they avoid the delay of game. They call that timeout. After the timeout, they get back on the field. Same 3rd and 6. False start. So not only did they thought they saved the penalty, wasted a timeout, and then moved back 5 yards anyways pre-snap. Oh, man. Discipline, no good. And this is what we were talking about. You go into Pittsburgh with this kind of weather, you're Houston. Here we go, 3rd and 11. Pressure on Stroud. Incomplete pass, almost a sack. Drilled it into the ground. Targeting Kirk right into the ground. They're going to be forced to punt, too. It's 4th and 11. Unless they're good. Good thing this isn't the Jacksonville Jaguars. They might kick a field goal from here. They're on the 50-yard line. That boy Little probably would attempt a field goal right here. Now, I was thinking about that. You have a kicker with such a leg that can make 67, 68, 70-yard field goals, which he's done, 67 and 68. I think he completed both of those this year. But that means you're literally kicking from your own 45, 40 or 42. That's unfair. If you miss that field goal, the defense then gets the ball on your 42. So it's obviously a benefit to be able to kick a ball that far. But I think it's only really going to be used end of the first half, end of the game type situations, or if they're down by 1 million. And it's 4th and something completely unreasonable. Because a decently close game, I mean, I guess it remains to be seen what type of field goal percentage someone with a leg like that is actually going to be able to sustain long term. Because if he's not 70%, then you're flipping a coin at best, whether you're going to get 3 points or allow the other team to start on your 42 or 40. I don't know. That's just extremely, extremely risky. I don't care how big of a foot he has, you know? When is that kick when not a lot of time was exactly. That's what I feel the same. So going back to the all 22, when watching that, which we did, the camera is at such a distinct vantage point that it allows us to see what it is that the defense is actually trying to do. And I have to tell you that the defense, well, whether it's Babich or Sean McDermott, it's probably mainly Sean McDermott, right? I think we can all agree on that. The disguised coverages that McDermott and Babich and the Buffalo Bills were running and putting up there were out of control. They were in their deep bag of tricks to really mess with Trevor Lawrence's head, and they did a great job. I'm talking looking like a single high safety, which turns into cover 3 and 3 deep guys. I'm talking about Tampa 2 look that then Cole Bishop or, really Jordan Hancock, not so much Porter because he didn't play the whole game, comes down and takes one of the curl flat zones, and then Benford and Bishop on one play I saw that turned into an incomplete. They were just messing with Lawrence's head. Bishop then attempted or was trying to taunt Trevor Lawrence into him blitzing off the edge. Christian Benford was lying 10 or so yards up off of the wideout, and they literally switched positions. And then there's another example of almost the exact same look pre-snap, and Benford ended up playing a deep third or maybe even a deep half, it looked like, and Cole Bishop was underneath in a flat coverage. It was messing with me. Aaron Rodgers play action rolls to his left, finds DK Metcalf on a crosser, 15 yards, plus maybe another 10 yard after catch. That might be a 25-yard gain. Here come the Steelers. Play action, horrible play action. He was 8 feet away from the running back, Gainwell. He actually turned the wrong way, and he wasn't faking anything, but hell, it worked. DK Metcalf is a game changer for this team. The Steelers are a completely different team without him, taking away an enormous option. Shotgun. Fade up the left side to DK Metcalf. There's got to be a penalty. Yes, there is. Pass interference. DK Metcalf. Game changer. Game changer DK. Just a simple fade, go, and basically a tackle. Looks to me as if they just simply tackled or attempted to catch or tackle DK Metcalf before the ball was even halfway to him. Steelers are fortunate that it wasn't called just holding, to be honest, on the defense. First and 10 on Houston's 33-yard line. Oh, boy. Hand off to Gainwell, up the gut. They're doing this inside zone, it looks like. I don't think it's duos. I'd have to slow it down a moment, but I think it's an inside zone look that they're pumping down the Texans' throat. 2nd and 4, it's a 6-yard gain. But who's questioning? Hold on. Hold on, folks. Did I just see? They just said someone was questionable return. Gainwell up the middle, makes one man miss, cuts it back. 2nd and 4, he gets 7 yards. 1st and 10, Pittsburgh on a stinking roll. So Jalen Reed was banged up just a few, last possession. Now who is this now? It's not Lassiter. He's 4. He was actually Lassiter just committed the pass interference. Was this Miles Bryant? Okay. Oh. All right, Aaron Rodgers dropped back, just threw a fade pattern to, I forget his first name, Washington, the big boy, the big tight end in Pittsburgh. I think he's over 300 pounds. He was one-on-one against a small – it was probably the right pass. One-on-one on the outside. Can't see there who was covering him. We're going to have 2nd and 10. I think it was Miles Bryant that might have just had a physical knee-on-knee injury. I don't know how that's going to end up, but jeez, you hate to see it. Honestly, you just hate to see it. Okay, Rodgers drops back, throws the ball away, it seems. Yeah. There was some pressure there. He was about to get hit. Just throws the ball out of bounds. 3rd and 10. Use a kick. Those weren't even playing fully healthy and still put up a great performance. Agreed. Can you imagine how it would have went if they were playing full strength? Yeah, you never know. You never know. All right, 3rd and 10, Aaron Rodgers. Play clock's getting down. Empty set. Takes a snap. Drops back. Pretty clean pocket. Out to the left-hand side. About 8 yards for Juju Smith-Schuster. Maybe 7 yards. I think it's going to be 4th and 3, actually. He felt the pressure coming. This is what Aaron Rodgers does. He can get rid of the football quickly, but on 3rd and 10, you can make the argument, does he try to push it? Pass the sticks, complete that ball for a first down, or he took his 7 yards, and now Chris Boswell has a 32-yard field goal attempt. 6:05 and counting. Boswell pierces the ball right down the middle of the uprights. 3-0 Pittsburgh Steelers. Not an immense amount of pressure on Rodgers so far. However, like we said earlier, we assumed he was, and he definitely is getting the ball out of his hands extremely quickly. All right, where's everybody from? I have 50 people in here now between YouTube and TikTok. X. Where's everybody calling? Or where's everybody tuning in from? Just curious. I know. Actually, Ethan, I forget. You did you tell me Do I know where you live? I don't know. I don't think I do. I don't think that was, yeah, somebody was telling me where they were from last night, but I don't think it was you. Anyways, let me know where you guys are from. And if you're not subscribed, if you don't follow, please do that. Actually, you must do that. It's a rule. You can't not do it. You can't be in here hanging out with us and not do it. Really new channel here. We are Cold Front Buffalo. Only a few months we've been doing this, both on YouTube and X, and we do some short stuff obviously on TikTok as well. So please follow us everywhere. In the bio of both YouTube and or X, wherever you are watching from, there's links to all of our pages on social media, with a little bit on Instagram, but I don't know. I'm not really a social media guy, to be honest with you. I'm kind of learning how to do all this stuff. It's kind of clunky to me. I don't know why. It's just not as easy. I instantly think when I'm creating a video, a short video, like to go to TikTok first. I don't know if it's good, bad, or makes sense. Doesn't. I have no idea. No idea what I'm doing. But like I said, wherever you're from, please let me know. We are in upstate New York here. Not technically in Buffalo. We're huge Buffalo Bills fans, but we're NFL fans as well. And we're just getting into this, and we're having a lot of fun. So I'd love to get to know some of you guys and ladies. Where are you tuning in from? Ethan is in Kentucky. Maybe you did. Maybe you did. Tell me that. You already subscribed? No, awesome. Appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Yeah, so we got 50 people in here. This is the first time that we've gotten these lives, and we haven't done many, but this is the first time that I figured out how to get X connected, so it is live on X. And I don't know, being honest with you, I think this platform that we're using here will allow X viewers to comment, and I can see it in this chat as well. But I don't know. So somebody from X, do me a favor and tell me where you're from, for no other reason than me seeing if the comments will work via X into this platform, and so I can respond to you. Texans take the kickoff, return it back to the 25-yard line. I don't know if it's working or not. It says that it's working because I can see viewers, but don't know if it's, linked up interacting for the comments. So somebody give me something. Bills defense confusing the hell out of Trevor Lawrence. That's what was happening. And then all 22, which we're going to get some more video. We put one or two posts up on X earlier, a little bit about not necessarily the disguises, but Andre Jones, kind of a cry for help putting him on the field yesterday. Didn't work out too well for the Buffalo Bills. Oh, look at this. They're showing who was that? Noel returns Jalen Noel. Wow, a lot's going on here. They just showed Jalen Noel from the Texans. After he was tackled, someone on the Steelers, I couldn't quite catch a number who it was, grabbed him on the ground where no man ever wants to be grabbed, especially by, well, I'm not going to get into that, where no man wants to get grabbed. That's just weird, man. I know that happens, but just weird stuff. It's 3rd and 1. Sorry, I missed a play there. It's 3rd and 1, Texans. Jumbo set, 1 wide out. Looks like, geez, might have an extra lineman and 3 tight ends. Hands the ball off to the right, Woody Marks. Oh, my. He gets hit behind the line by T.J. Watt. Falls forward for the first down. Barely gets there, but he does convert the first down. This Woody Marks has been a little spark for the Texans this year, hasn't he? Kind of out of nowhere a little bit, but came from Vor. How's it going, brother? Who's winning tonight? How are you, my friend? I'm doing well, thank you. Long day at work. Very happy to be back here and continuing this funness that we're having. Right now, the Pittsburgh Steelers are beating the Texans 3-0. There's 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Each team now has had Pittsburgh Steelers have had 2 possessions, kicked a field goal on their last. Texans are in the middle of their second possession now, and they have 2nd and 7, actually, after a 3-yard handoff to Marks. On their own, give me a moment. It's got to be around the 30, no, maybe the 35-yard line. But give me a second, I'll tell you. If the broadcast ever, 40-yard line, 2nd and 7. Stroud screen to Nico Collins on the left side, gets tackled right away, pushes for about 3.5 yards. It's going to be 3rd and, what does that make it? 2.5. They say 3rd and 3. Watching a Broncos fan video, said Josh Allen's the quarterback he wants to go against. But Lee said everyone says he's the biggest threat in the playoff. In the AFC, at least right now, absolutely. I would make the argument the biggest QB threat in the NFL, but the NFC, you can make some arguments. 3rd and 3, Stroud drops back in shotgun, throws the ball over the middle. Is that Nico Collins again? His completed pass. Oh. It's a 16-yard gain, but wow, looked like he actually picked that ball off. It's a really good throw. He was just about to get hit. Good throw. 16-yard completion. You got to give it to him. That's a good catch. Good throw and catch. 1st down and 10 on Pittsburgh's 41. Handoff to Marks, who then tosses it back to C.J. Stroud, who then, oh my gosh, he releases the football, but the ball gets knocked out of his hands. It was a flea flicker. The ball got knocked out of his hands. It went right into maybe Cam Hayward's hands. It's looking like interception, Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh my goodness. What a crazy event. Wow. Let's see. Pressure gets to him. It depends on whether that ball is going to be loose or not. Oh, either way, big man from Pittsburgh caught it before it hit the ground, so you cannot argue a fumble versus an incomplete pass. Versus a pass attempt. I think it's a fumble either way, but whoa. 1st down, Pittsburgh, interception or sack fumble. I don't know how they're going to actually score that play, but it doesn't matter. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Pittsburgh's up 3-0, and they just got a turnover. Wow. Off of a flea flicker. You were pretty much managing that entire drive, if you ask me, if you're the Houston Texans. You really weren't putting yourself in any horrible situations. Why would you do that? So, to your question, Ethan, or to your statement, I would argue that Josh Allen is definitely the biggest threat as a quarterback in the playoffs out of all the quarterbacks. But you can most likely, I guess I would accept the fact if you want to make an argument for Matthew Stafford this year in the way that he's been playing this year as the biggest threat to any other defense as a quarterback. Just based on numbers and play this year, too. Not really based on, the last 3 or 4 years. But what do the last 2, 3, 4 years matter? We're talking about the now. So, other than him, though, if anybody wants to tell you Drake May, who might end up being the MVP, but if anybody wants to tell you or says that Drake May is the biggest quarterback threat in the playoffs, please laugh at them and try to get any sort of reasonable explanation out of them. You'd be really hard-pressed. But, there's people will say it about May. Some people might even say it's Bo Nix. Some people might say it's Sam Darnold. Some would throw in Caleb Williams right now after his performance in the wild card game. on Friday or Saturday night. I guess you can have the conversation, but as far as I'm concerned, it's not really a conversation, if I'm being honest. Nothing against any one of them. They're all good quarterbacks. They're all good players. Every one of them. All right, so how did they score that? Fumble? I think I heard fumble from the broadcast. 1st and 10, Aaron Rodgers hands the ball off to Warren. Ooh, stuff, no gain. No gain. 2nd and 10. Jalen Warren, 4 carries, 13 yards. Kenneth Gainwell, 2 for 12. So as this first quarter wraps up, I would say the Pittsburgh, yeah, it's definitely a fumble. There was not a interception. Sorry, it was not a forward pass. Yeah, that I'm not even. Oh my gosh. Aaron Rodgers finds DK Metcalf about 25 yards downfield on a flag pattern, hits him right in his hands. He literally just dropped it. Literally just drops it. Whoa, that could be a big difference in this game. Beats his receiver. Ball hits him right in the hand. Oh my gosh. 3rd and 10 now. All right, so this dude's got to go. He's gone. It's the most ridiculous thing. I mean, don't come in here with that shit. Excuse my language. I'm not a huge account. I don't even know if I can put in there anywhere rules and, no politics, no this, no that. I'm not listening to that shit. Not around here. No can do. So that person, gone forever. Oh, here we go. I didn't even see what they got 5 yards somehow, the Steelers did. Dealing with this jerk off. And they had to punt. Punt it down to the Texans. Texans will start their drive, I believe, at their own 12 or so. That is a shame. You come away with a huge turnover from C.J. Stroud. On 2nd and 10, you hit your number 1 receiver, who you get in the offseason, who's an absolute beast. He goes through as bad of a situation as you can think of 3 weeks ago. And he comes back. He's here for this reason. He gets hit right in the hands, open for about a 35, 40-yard play, and he drops the ball. Hits him right in his hands. C.J. Stroud, play action, rolls out to his right, dumps it off to his tight end for about 7 yards. Yeah, it came from some weirdo just saying some stupid shit, asking some nonsense questions. Just one of those, I don't know, it is what it is. So I launched him immediately. Again, not a huge account here. We don't have thousands of people lying around listening, but I'm not dealing with that. Not in this. Not me. Not me. We're gonna be respectful. We're gonna enjoy some football. And that's it. And that is it. Again, can I get some help? Maybe you guys are attempting, and it's just not working, which certainly could be the case. Somebody from X who's on here, there's 53 people from X that are watching this right now. I don't know if I know what I'm doing enough. Clearly, people are on X watching, and I appreciate all of you. But I don't know if this software that I am learning how to use, if it's working properly. Could someone just comment something? And I mean this. I'm not trying to drag comments out of you. Somebody say something on X so I can see if I can see it. If it's going to pop up here so I can interact with you, answer your questions, so to speak. I don't know if it's working. That's my issue. 54 people on X. And everyone's got to like this video if you're in here, wherever you are, on X, on YouTube. Like this video, please. That's a must. However many people are in here, we need to have that many likes as well. Let's talk about the film that we watched a little more. Again, commercial here. End of the first quarter. The other thing that really stood out to me on top of the defensive disguise that the Bills were throwing at Trevor Lawrence and really just confusing the hell out of him, as they were me when I'm watching, most of the plays prior to the play, I would not have been able to pick out what coverage scheme they were in based on the way that they lined up pre-snap. It was all sorts of funky. So if Trevor Lawrence can't figure it out, I definitely can't, and he couldn't. So that tells us why I didn't know pre-snap what they were doing. Really, really good job there by, I'm assuming McDermott was calling the defensive plays. I don't know, but I'm assuming that he was. Probably throughout as well. Either him or Babbage or combination of the two, did a really good job disguising that. And another topic, I watched some of the broadcast angle back as well, and I got to say, you guys tell me what you think. Josh Allen in years past has gotten, I don't want to say overly, but he's gotten real amped up in big playoff games, tight situations. You can see it in his face. He's moving a little bit quicker. His decision-making comes a little bit quicker. Sometimes it helps him really well. Sometimes it actually hurts him. Last night, it seems as if he had this calm over him. And I don't know what it was. 2nd and 2, Houston on their own, 16. Fumbled snap shotgun. Fumble shotgun snap. C.J. Stroud gets hit, gets rid of the football. Great job. Great job, C.J. Stroud. Pick that dang thing up that was rolling around. Pick it up, turn around, and at least release it and not pick up an intentional grounding. Just went right through his hands. Maybe it was a little off center, the snap, shotgun snap. Rolls to his left, gets hit, just gets rid of it. Quite frankly, he almost completed the pass. This is what happens to these guys. Some people in the playoffs, including Trevor Lawrence, some people, they make one mistake, their mind just goes nuts. He just fumbled the football for a turnover last possession. Now he can't even catch a snap. Rolls to his left out of the shotgun, speed flat to Kirk. First down, they got 5 yards. First down, Texans. That was a good play. That's a good offensive coordinator, getting his quarterback back in a little rhythm. Send him out to his left. Design rollout, just a little speed flat, easy throw. Try to get him back in rhythm, get his mentals back. First and 10 from the 20. Under center now. Play action. A lot of pressure. Throws the ball to the right side. Incomplete. Good play by, is that Joey Porter Jr.? Real good coverage. Ball a little bit overthrown, but if he didn't overthrow it to his intended receiver, is that Dalton Schultz, I think? Then it probably would have been picked off. So 2nd and 10. Good toss. Good throw. Well, you were right about the Texans not playing the same as usual. Yeah, that was more of a gut feeling, to be honest with you, Ethan. A lot of the Bills games, our previews, I'll use data, metrics, film, the whole deal. 2nd down, C.J. Stroud to Nico Collins across the middle of the field. He picked up a first down. That was a good throw. Yeah. You coming in? Again, like I said, that was more of just like a gut feeling, Ethan. But it's not over either. That's the only other thing I'll say. It's not over yet. Easton's hanging with us now. Got done with his stuff. Handoff, Woody Marks over to the left side. Big hit at about 5 yards.
Possibly 6.
Forward for another one. Probably picked up 6. Got hit 5 yards past the line of scrimmage. Total pickup of 6 yards. Ethan, I guess what I'm saying is we'll see how this ends, right? I mean, look at this now. Houston, for the second drive in a row, somewhat having their way. Last one was crushed by a turnover. Let's see what they're going to do here. 2nd and 4, under center. C.J. Stroud hands the ball off to Woody Marks again. Right up the middle, tries to cut it back to the right, gets stuffed for a no gain. 3rd and 4.
We had the Steelers winning in this game, correct?
Yeah, I said that pregame. I said that one would think that Houston should easily roll over this team, but I said for some reason I feel like Houston might not play their complete version of football tonight in Pittsburgh. They're more of a dome team. Aaron Rodgers gets the ball out quick, so their best attribute, which is their pass rush, might not even be able to get into a rhythm tonight. C.J. Stroud drops back, throws the ball over the middle to Schultz.
Might be dropped.
It looked to me as if he short hopped it, but they're giving him a first down. Let's see. Did that ball did not hit the ground whatsoever. Close. Strong hands, good catch. Another first down, Houston. I've noticed that as well. He's seemed calm in big moments this season. In years past, he would get deer in the headlights, look in his eyes while he's running around a big spot. I agree with you. That's exactly what I'm saying. Handoff to the right side, cuts it back.
8 yards.
Wow. Pushes his way for 8.
Okay.
Yeah, Houston's really pushing together a drive here. I just feel like, especially yesterday, in those 2 fourth-quarter drives where the Bills were behind, even after he scored his touchdown, even after he was pushed into the end zone, he didn't go nuts. And I don't mind when he's happy. 2nd and 1, under center, probably handing the ball off right up the gut again, left side, over the left tackle, makes one guy miss, gang tackle for about 6 yards. Another first down, Houston. Slow, methodical drive this is by Houston. They're really having their way. They're doing pretty much whatever they would like between Woody Marks and Nicholas Chubb. And then that intermediate pass game, C.J. Stroud is actually 8 for 12 for 91 yards, 1 sack. He started here too.
Oh, wow.
I was able to figure that out. But I don't know if the
you got banned?
Yeah, he said some stupid stuff, and I was like, he just showed up and said some stupid things, and I'm like, get out of here. Another handoff on 1st and 10 is at Chubb for another 7 yards. Oh boy, Pittsburgh. I think that DK Metcalf drop on the last drive is going to come back to mean something for this Pittsburgh Steelers team. This is the one thing that I said. I mean, I'll take all the credit in the world if it's there, I guess, Ethan. Thank you. But I also said that Houston's offense is horrible. They're doing pretty much whatever they want. You know what? We were just talking about the zone run concepts that they're doing right now. That's how that was duos, wasn't it? The Bills ran all over the Steelers with one play. They ran for like 14 times. Woody Marks outside run, 2-3 missed tackles. That might have been a 20-yard run.
Possible. What are they on the 15 now or something?
Outside zone, good kick out.
No,
maybe about 15 yards.
13?
Someone on X. Give me a comment so we can see if this thing is working. I really have no idea if it's working or not. I just want to know if it's all working. Marks right up the gut again. The Pittsburgh Steelers cannot stop anything. 8 yards right up the gut. The Texans offensive line just wants this more thus far. Texans got another guy down. Jeepers. TJ Watt's off the field, huffing and puffing, dead tired. Yeah, it's a long drive. I don't know how many plays they've run this drive, but it's a long drive. Don't know who's down. Oh, is it Woody Marks? He got tackled. He went straight back. His head bounced like a basketball off the turf. He'll be in the tent for concussion protocol. Hopefully he's fine. Al seems like a man on a mission. Don't get too high. Don't get too low. Eyes on the prize. That's kind of what I was thinking too. And that's what I meant by what I said. Just seems a little different. Not a bad way at all. In a good way. Yeah, kind of like nothing is going to make me happy until we're holding the Lombardi. That kind of thing. Like I'm so focused, and we have 2 more games before we can get there, and then a third game we have to win 3 in a row, and then maybe I'll celebrate a little. That's kind of where my head is with him. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Sorry, am I hitting you? Sorry. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. You can't get in there?
I can't, but that's fine.
We'll see how that shakes out, you know? Hopefully it stays that way. And I have utmost confidence that it will, by the way. And on top of that, I think that the confidence that the defense can pick up from what they just did really might bode well going into Denver. I think that defense is going to be at a high level of confidence rolling into Mile High. And deservingly.
Oh.
What?
What Ethan Davis said. It's a great question.
Great, yeah, you're right. Why don't you answer first? What do you think the Bills' biggest challenge will be against the Broncos?
Cortland Sutton.
Okay.
Bo Nix is a stud, but he's not too special. Like, he's not a Drake May. Hate to say it. Because I don't like Drake May.
You don't like Drake May.
I hate Drake May right now.
Right now,
until
yeah.
you beat him.
Cortland Sutton last year in Orchard Park in Highmark Stadium for the wild card round. Shotgun snap to C.J. Stroud, fake to pitch, rolls to his right, touchdown Kirk. Touchdown Texans, 6-3 Houston. I want to say their first possession.
Yeah, it was their first drive.
Yeah. Might have been like 2nd and 4, 2nd and 8, something like that. On their own 40.
This.
I think he was wide out left to right. I don't know, but just runs a fly pattern, a go route. And Bo Nix just lost the ball 50, 60 yards downfield. He runs right underneath it, scores a touchdown.
He was on the right.
And the Broncos, yeah.
For a post route. And nobody was guarding him.
Peeled it to the inside, right?
Yeah, nobody was guarding him for like a 40-yard touchdown.
Yeah, I think it was longer than that, but you're right. And the Broncos went up 7-0, and they didn't score another point. So, Cortland Sutton is a stud. Yeah. Cortland Sutton, I don't think has shown enough consistency for me to say he's a top echelon receiver just yet. Bo Nix has had flashes this year of some greatness. I just like Trevor Lawrence, though, Bo Nix has got to prove it to me in big situations, especially playoffs, and consistently that he should be someone to be really scared of. He had a great year. So did Trevor Lawrence. He's a young guy. Trevor Lawrence isn't. Trevor Lawrence has been playing in this league for a few years now. This is Bo Nix's 2nd year. So I think that, right? Bo Nix 2nd year?
Yep. He was a rookie last year.
Yeah.
Rookies and away games for playoffs never work.
That's pretty tough. Now, Trevor Lawrence was just home. Bo Nix will be now home. So it's much more beneficial to play when you're at home, obviously, especially if you're a young guy, to your point. Look what Drake May just did last night. First possession of his playoff career, throws an interception. His defense stepped up, and the Chargers are just horrible. So they made it out of there with a win, 16-3. What an ugly game that was.
We need to take advantage of every chance we can get against the Broncos.
No doubt. Because, especially to Ethan's point here, what do you think the biggest challenge? Definitely their defense, the defensive side of the football, should be able to have a healthy mix between run and pass. They lead the NFL in sacks by a lot, and they can defend with Patrick Surtain, and I forget the other back that's a stud, and we'll know. We'll get into this later in the week when we do our preview and our keys to the game. But they rush the passer, sack the passer more than anybody in the NFL by a good margin. And they have an all-pro cornerback and another one or two defensive backs that are absolute studs. So the defense is obviously not an easy crew to throw up 30 points against. However, the flip side of that is the Bills are not an easy crew to defend. And I've been saying this for weeks. We go up against the best defenses everywhere, right? It's seen Cleveland, the best rush defense. Philadelphia, the best defense on the planet. Jacksonville, the greatest defense ever, play football. We still score 28 points a game against all of them.
Which goes to,
or more.
It came from the Boers point.
Or more. What?
It goes to his point. I think if we can score points on their defense, we'll be okay.
Yeah.
We also need to step up on our defense, though, which the defense has been stepping up.
They don't run the football.
Oh, screen.
They really can't run the football. Aaron Rodgers throws a screen to the left to, is that Jalen Warren? I can't see. Minus 1 yard. Minus 1 yard, I should say. Getting rid of the football, but DK Metcalf, I'm going to go back to that all night. Needed to catch that football. 2nd and 10 on their own 37.
Why did he drop one?
Oh, wide open.
Earlier.
He was wide open. Probably would have been a 35-yard pass. They had to punt. And then Houston scored. It's right after a sack fumble. Okay. Aaron Rodgers drops back. Complete whiff of a block. Will Anderson gets in his teeth. He throws the ball into nothing.
That might be intentional.
Flag on the ground. Is that intentional grounding or is that roughing the passer? Intentional grounding, Aaron Rodgers.
Knew it.
He looked up. He wasn't touched. And it wasn't even just a good pass rush. Who is this that was supposed to? It was just a complete whiff. But then Jalen Warren also just ran right past him. Why? Like, what are we doing? Whiff by the offensive lineman, the offensive tackle, the running back who had the play action, just completely ran past Hunter. Hey, this is what happens. This is what happened. That was 3rd and 21 because you get a loss of down on intentional grounding. Yeah, it came from Vor. If we score points, we'll be fine as long as we don't turn the football over. And I think that if the Bills don't turn the football over multiple times in a game, I think they win as long as they don't do that all the way into the Super Bowl. Screen pass to Gainwell, 10 yards, makes one guy miss, maybe another yard. Gets back up to the 38, probably about 11-yard gain. And I think it's going to be 4th and 10. Decent play for a field position battle. Aaron Rodgers is pissed. Coming off the field, getting his big jacket. Aaron Rodgers is pissed.
Can't blame him.
No, but they run this screen to Gainwell, and he catches the ball in front of his offensive lineman who are supposed to be blocking for him. I mean, how's that going to work out?
They're not faster than a wide receiver.
No, but he caught the ball in front. Horrible punt.
Right,
got a good bounce. Rolls just over the 19, just over the 20 to the 19.
That
It'll be downed.
Hands to the face.
Aaron Rodgers is on the bench just saying every single possible word that he can think of that would be bleeped out. Do your effing job. That's what I think I just read his lips say. I'm okay with y'all beating the Patriots. The Patriots losing in general now. I just wanted them to win last night for because of the Titans.
Okay.
All right, Ethan. So let me ask you, being a Titans fan, you're mad at the Titans organization, but you liked Mike Vrabel. So you obviously wanted to keep him, I'm assuming, right? Okay, more of the all 22. What I also noticed was that even though, oh yeah, of course, he's a great coach. That's what I assumed that you would say, but he's a great coach. Nobody, why would anybody want to let him go? I don't think anybody would. Nobody should.
I think the Titans wanted him to have a good career as a coach.
Maybe, but how did that go down there in Tennessee?
Did he get fired?
Yeah, was there bad blood between him and that front office? Like, why did they? What happened? I'm not overly familiar with that situation, to be honest with you. I'm not happy that he went to New England either, although the writing was on the wall, being that he played for the Patriots for so long.
What position again?
Who's a linebacker, edge guy.
Oh.
Played in the middle of that Tom Brady, Bill Belichick era. He was good too. He's kind of a nasty guy, like
cocky.
No, like just you don't want to mess with him. Hold on, here we go. She's talking about Aaron Rodgers. She was just saying how Aaron Rodgers was pissed off and Mike Tomlin. Woody Marks, I guess he's okay. Over the right guard for 3 yards.
She just got thrown over the guy's shoulder, though. That was Cam Hayward, too. Threw him over his shoulder.
Yeah, I mean, Woody Marks is a tiny guy. When they get his hands on him,
so
they kind of throw him around. I mean, we haven't done any better without him. I personally think they would have. Yeah, they fired him for some reason. Not really sure.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Right, you're not going to. Yeah, I mean, I would agree that I don't think that anyone would actually think you get rid of Mike Vrabel and all of a sudden that team would turn themselves around. Another fumbled snap by C.J. Stroud, picks it up. Gets set, fumbles again, fumbles the snap, picks it up.
Turnover.
Steps up in the pocket, attempts to maybe make a pump fake or something. Ball gets knocked out of his hands, and he fumbles for the second time. Pittsburgh ball again. Here you go, Aaron Rodgers. You're pissed off? I mean, it's not necessarily Aaron Rodgers' fault, but here you go, boys. Here you go. I don't know if this is a crazy claim or not, but if the Steelers do not score a touchdown on this possession, they don't win this football game. In the playoffs, you have to take advantage of turnovers.
Oh, no. TJ Watt landed on it.
Pittsburgh
Steelers got it.
Yep, TJ Watt lands right on it. CJ Stroud's like sitting on the ground saying, what the heck just happened? D'Amico Ryan saying, what are we doing in his headset? I don't know what he was doing. He was trying to make like a hero play, I guess. You're not that guy. Sorry, CJ Stroud. You're not Josh Allen. Aaron Rodgers under center. Tosses to Gainwell to the right, who gets stuck 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage. DK Metcalf completely missed his blocking assignment.
And he used to talk a lot of crap about it's hard to get him down.
Who's to talk about who?
DK Metcalf. When he was on the Seahawks, he would talk a lot of crap to the other defenders, which, well, yeah. What is that?
Terrible block.
He would say stuff.
Matter of fact, if he made that block, everybody else did their assignment sealing the edge on that toss. He might have they're on the 23, he might have scored. Swing pass to Gainwell for another loss of 2 yards.
3rd and 15.
Lassiter flying around like a madman. Swing route, check down. catches the ball 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage, goes another 2 before Lassiter flies in, takes him down.
He had about 2.5 seconds. So
what do we got now? 3rd and 14? Yep,
Yeah.
3rd and 14 from the 25.
he might have to.
They're
go.
0 for 4 on 3rd downs, the Steelers are tonight.
They had 4
Average
third
of
down
12 yards to
conversions.
go on 3rd down. Empty backfield. Aaron Rodgers under center, trips right. He's actually got a clean pocket. Jumps, throws to Gainwell to the left side. Cuts, gets 13 yards.
4th and 1.
It's going to be 4th and 1. Actually, that mark looks like they're only giving him 12 yards. It might be 4th and 2. They're not going to go. There's no way that they go for it right now. They should. I think they should. Well, actually, I don't know if they should because I'm not confident at all that they get anything.
Absolutely broke his defender.
So they just showed the sky cam of that play, and not a soul was anywhere close to being open, even though the pocket was relatively clean. Okay, so analytics say to go for it, and they are. Woo! I don't think they should.
In a shotgun
I'm
formation.
not confident.
Also.
They're going for it.
Shotgun formation.
Shotgun. Handoff. Play action.
Oh, they got it.
Flat to the left. Catch the ball. 4 yards, 1st down. And I'm not familiar who that is, actually.
Screaming at the ref, it kind of looks like. Here's the camera.
Wow, 1st down, Pittsburgh. 1st and goal. Woo! What a play. What a gutsy play. Oh, my gosh, I know who that is. My word, what am I doing? I forgot that he went to Pittsburgh. Guess who? Adam Thielen, baby.
Where did he come from?
Yeah, Minnesota. Oh, my gosh. Adam Thielen coming up on the biggest play of the Steelers' year so far. Go figure. The veteran. Aaron Rodgers hands the ball off to Mr. Warren to the left side over the tackle. Nothing there. 1 yard.
See, Thielen is a veteran on that team. If you look at Aaron Rodgers, that's a real veteran.
Thielen is a veteran, period.
Well, yeah.
Thielen's, well, not as long as Aaron Rodgers, but Thielen's played probably 12 years in the NFL.
Longer than Hayward? Or no?
How long is Adam Thielen? 12 seasons.
12 seasons.
2nd and goal from the 8. Play action. What was that? He acted like he wanted a backhand, a toss. What is happening? Aaron Rodgers then turns around. He looked like he wanted to. He faked the handoff. Then he looked like he wanted to almost shovel pass a play. Then he turns around and just throws the ball out of the end zone. What's going on? Where's the flag now? There's a flag on the field. Okay, so it was supposed to be an eligible man downfield, Pittsburgh. It was supposed to be a shovel pass, but he couldn't because Will Anderson had such a rush into the backfield that he could not make that shovel pass to Tyler Warren.
No. Nope.
Lord knows, man. He might play forever.
Yeah. I mean, what does he have?
These guys are untouched. I don't even know if it's a good pass rush right now, but he's just untouched. 3rd and goal from the 7.
And 3rd down, the 4 out of 5.
They must have taken that penalty away. Aaron Rodgers had all day, doesn't throw the football and gets sacked.
Got to kick the field goal. Oh, there's Hunter.
Yep.
Right? That was the guy that went off against the Bills?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I wish I had a stopwatch here. Yeah, no, it's actually a good job by that offensive line. And Aaron Rodgers just tripped over himself and fell down, if I'm being honest. That was more of a coverage sack. But nevertheless, it was a sack. (7-3), 2-minute warning. Aaron Rodgers has never been more upset in a football game. Pittsburgh will have 4th and goal from like the 15 or so, maybe the 13 coming up. They're going to kick a field goal. Hopefully it'll be 7-6, but I do feel, well, man,
I don't know. My mind's going all over the place. I thought if they didn't score here, it'd be over. But come to think of it, CJ Stroud he's either just screwing everything up, or he's had a few nice throws, though. But the Texans are running the football at will. At will. So the Pittsburgh Steelers have to make that adjustment, and soon. If they don't, and they're not putting up points, it's going to be a long day. You can't allow the Texans to put up 8-10-minute drives. They're just running the football for 5 yards a carry, 7 yards a carry. So the Bills going to Denver. Let's talk about the horrible, horrible job the NFL does when it comes to the playoff scheduling. Someone please tell me how it's reasonable for two teams that played on Saturday of this week to play next Sunday. And then the Bills, who played on Sunday of this week, to play next Saturday on 5 days rest against a team that had a bye this week. So the teams that played on Saturday, Los Angeles and Chicago, I think, played each other. They had Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It's 7 days off. They're going to be playing next Sunday. And then the Bills get Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and that's it. They get 5 days. What kind of ridiculousness is that? And I'm being serious. I don't know how that makes any sense whatsoever. Well, it doesn't. How it's allowed to happen, I don't know.
He's not even wearing his pets for the picture.
So the 49ers and the Seahawks are going to play on Saturday, along with the Bills and the Broncos. Boswell knocks it straight through the uprights again. 7-6. 7-6 Houston. Anyway, the Rams and the Bears are playing, like we said, and they played on Saturday. I just don't get it. And then the Patriots, of course, they played on Sunday, and they get to play on Sunday also. So they at least have a normal week's worth of rest. And the 49ers also played
Is that as bad
on Sunday.
Oh, that's a bad.
So they have a regular week's worth of rest. The Bills are the only team getting completely screwed here.
What about the
I don't see how it makes any sense. And it comes down to because of this game tonight. They can't have somebody playing on Monday night and then playing on Saturday with 4 days rest. Well, I don't want to say they can't. They're making the rules because they have Thursday games all year. People have 3 days of rest. But the Bills are the only ones getting screwed. So they have to not only travel almost across the country, but they only get 5 days rest and everyone else gets more. I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me, guys. Somebody explain it. Somebody tell me how that makes sense, please. Who do you think wins in Rams versus Bears? What an exciting game.
I'm gonna say Bears.
Ooh, okay. Easton thinks the Bears will win.
Although
Kickoff down to the 2.
Oh my god!
Wow, good
hit!
kick coverage. They got the ball back to the 20. Pro Bowl special teams player. Skorowick. Long, floating blonde hair. Skinny little guy, too. Looks like he's a kicker.
What's
I'd have to
kinda
really
looks
look
like
into
Bailey
some more.
Spector. That blonde hair.
Yeah. Stroud under center. Woody
And,
Marks right up the right side. 4 yards.
That's fair.
They did. The Panthers kind of had their number this year because the Panthers believe, beat them earlier in the year too. And the Panthers were what, 8-9?
Something like
They made
that.
the playoffs because their division is so horrible with an 8-9 record.
What's
But yeah,
their-
they gave them everything they had. Came down to the last drive. Stroud under center, drops back, throws to his right side to Kirk again for 5 yards. Going to be 3rd and 1. Outside the hashes. I'm curious how many. It's like Woody Marks has got 11 carries already. Wow.
But it's still only.
He's got 11 carries in the Pittsburgh Steelers have ran the ball 8 times. Houston 15 for 82 on the ground as a team. Pittsburgh 8 for 24. Yeah, so they did struggle against the Panthers twice. They just have their number because the Panthers aren't that great, and the Rams are very good. And I don't know if that's enough for me to say that the Rams can't figure it out against the Bears. Because oh my gosh, QB sneak.
That wasn't a QB.
How
sneak.
long are they gonna? It wasn't.
That was a tight end sneak.
Schultz got under center. Stover
Stover.
under center, receives the snap, plows forward. I thought he was stood up and stopped for. You know what? They might think. Oh no, 46 seconds and ticking. Houston got 2 timeouts left. Stroud, little dump pass to Schultz for 4 yards, outside the numbers. Houston takes another timeout. 41 seconds left. Houston 7, Pittsburgh 6. 41 seconds left in the second quarter. Houston's going to have 2nd and 5. I think it's going to be 2nd and 6. A lot of times these broadcasts, they put up a down and distance, and I swear they're not even looking at the field. They don't even know where the hell the ball marker. It could be literally a full yard and a half different than what they put up. I don't know what they watch sometimes. Can I grab one of those?
Mm-hmm.
I am going to go. Oh man, I don't know. Where is this game? Is it in Chicago? Okay, what I was saying is you can also make the case, I guess, that thank you, that it is in Chicago. You can also make the case, Ethan, that to your point, you're taking the Rams because they didn't look good against the Panthers. Well, the Bears had to have one of the greatest playoff comebacks of all time to beat the Packers. Now, I believe the Packers to be a better team than the Panthers, but kind of the same thing. They had to – I mean, they were down 21-3 at halftime. Yeah, Matthew Stafford is an absolute stud. I will say this. I think that Matthew Stafford, though – I don't know if I'm prepared to say this, actually. Matthew Stafford, MVP caliber season. I think he's an absolute stud. I've loved the guy his whole career. I love Matthew Stafford. I love his demeanor, his attitude. I love everything. He's tough as nails. But I think that Matthew Stafford means less to the Rams than Caleb Williams means to the Bears. And I say that only because and it's not, I mean, it's a big only. The Rams roster is loaded compared to the Bears. So if you take Matthew Stafford off the field, I guess, off of the Rams, there are other quarterbacks that can win football games with that team. Win as many as the Rams have. Put up that game-winning drive in the fourth quarter last week like Matthew Stafford did. No, I'm not necessarily saying that. But the Bears don't have much going on. I mean, they're pretty good run defense. I like their tight end, who had a ridiculous day last week or 2 days ago. But I still think that the Rams had the better roster. And because of that, I think I take the Rams. Although going into Chicago is not an easy feat for anybody. Okay, C.J. Stroud under center. No, shotgun. Toss the ball up deep down the middle. Is that Nico? Oh, the ball gets broken up for Christian Kirk. Ball gets broken up by, is that Jalen Ramsey?
No.
No? Wow. Deep down the middle. That's not Christian Kirk either. That's Jalen Noel.
Jalen Ramsey was right next to it, though.
Jumped up, caught it at the highest point.
What a hit. He almost
got hit before he came
fumbled that
down and
too.
dropped the ball. Well, he never really had possession. Could have been hands to the face on Cam Hayward. Right in the grill of C.J. Stroud. I don't know why Stroud's not complaining about it. I would be. It's going to be 3rd and 5. 35 seconds left, second quarter. They took their shot. Someone's down. Oh, I was comparing playoff experience Stafford has. Oh, 100%. Yes. And like we kind of recurring themes thus far tonight, right? You take your young quarterback with not a lot of experience versus a Super Bowl winning quarterback with 15 years of NFL experience. And it's hard to put your money if you were to put money on the inexperienced second-year guy.
That was Chuck Clark.
Chuck Clark. Great pass
Not
defense.
Jalen Clark.
What did he hit? There was no Jalen Clark, right?
Yeah.
Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
Third and 5. 3 to his left, 1 to his right in shotgun. Drops back, steps up to the pocket, throws about a 5-yard in route to Christian Kirk. Got a first down. Clock. Houston took a timeout. 28 seconds left. They're going to have first down. Good play. They're moving the sticks, but now they've lost their last timeout. They do have 28 seconds. I agree with actually Troy Aikman right here on the broadcast. Because it was 3rd and short, and they got a completion in the middle of the field just past the first down marker, I think I would have elected to run my team up and spike the ball on first down and save that last time out. Excuse me, for Fairbairn here to kick a field goal whenever you need it. And it kind of opens up your playbook to try to get in the end zone because you're at your own 45. So if they get a long completion, they got to run a long ways to get up and down the ball now, if they don't get out of bounds. Stroud and shotgun. Little pressure, steps up. Is he going to take off? No, he's going to flick. Oh, flick the ball to a crossing. Nico Collins just overthrew him. Excuse me.
I don't think there's anybody.
Felt the pressure. Step up in the pocket. Peeled right. Just as he was crossing the line of scrimmage. Nico Collins on a crosser. Easton says he would have went for a touchdown. And probably not a touchdown, but he would have had another 20 yards on top of it.
Yeah, I didn't think there was anybody.
Yeah. No, I knew what you meant.
Oh.
Actually, you know what? It was high. His arms were extended, but it actually went right between his hands. Nico Collins, the level to which he plays, they probably should have caught it. 2nd and 10, 22 seconds. Stroud throws to the left side.
God.
Incomplete pass. An absolute stuff of a tackle. Knocks the ball out and drills. Might have been Kirk again into the ground like nobody's business.
And then
I wouldn't have gotten up.
He got pushed into the sideline.
I'd still be laying down. Who did? Oh, that was Woody Marks. That's why. That guy just gets thrown around all over the place. He's just such a lightweight guy.
Are they going to show it? One of them got pushed right into the sideline.
I think they might have thought that the ball was live, that it was a fumble. Somebody might have thought that it was a fumble. Third and 10, 18 seconds on their own 45. Are they going to attempt to still do this? Yes, they are. Stroud steps back. Pressure in his face. Throws the ball to his left. Wow, left sideline to Schultz. Picks up a completion of 4 yards or so. Gets out of bounds. I don't even know why he did that.
They cannot give Aaron Rodgers much time because he is the
50.
king of Hail Marys.
Excellent point, and you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. Aaron Rodgers probably has more Hail Mary completion touchdowns than anybody in the NFL history. I don't know if that to be true, but I wouldn't doubt it.
Pretty close.
4th and 6, Texans are going to punt 13 seconds left. We're going to go into halftime most likely with a 7-6 ball game. Texans leading the Steelers in Pittsburgh.
Who received ball first?
Punts off. Hits at about the 10-yard line.
3.
Trickles down to
2.
the 8. 1 second maybe when the referee's whistle blew. They're saying that was half. That's the half. They let that thing go, but not that anyone really cares, but the whistles were definitely blown with 1 second left. Halftime. Good game. Texans are beating the Steelers 7-6. Not the most exciting football to watch. What?
1 second is 1 second for a Hail Mary, though.
Nah, not from your own 8. Yeah. I mean, if you're around midfield, maybe you give it a chance, but not from your 8.
Definitely not from a 40-year-old either. Well, he has a heck of an arm.
Anybody on Twitter, on X, if you're hearing this,
Oh, somebody said.
I just want to know
I said. What?
if it works. Get on Twitter for me and send a comment. Make sure that this works the way that it's supposed to, but I don't know. Unfortunately.
Between Rodgers and Brady for Hail Marys. Yeah.
Between what?
I say it would be between Rodgers and Brady with Hail Marys.
Oh, yeah.
That's fair.
I don't know. Is that a stat? Can we find that up? Probably. Find that out? Most likely.
What, most touchdowns or most completions? Or touchdown completions?
Touchdowns. I mean, a Hail Mary meant to be a touchdown, so.
Spelled touchdown wrong.
Story of this game so far. The Steelers lack of capitalizing on turnovers. The Texans are actually lucky. The Texans are lucky to be in this football game. They're lucky that they're winning this football. With giving up 2 horrible turnovers like they have. And the Steelers are lucky that the Texans haven't capitalized either. I don't know. It's
Aaron Rodgers is number 4 in most touchdowns for Hail Marys.
no. That's career passing touchdowns. It has nothing to do with Hail Marys.
What quarterback in NFL history?
Aaron Rodgers, they have not thrown that many touchdowns on Hail Marys.
Okay.
Stat move sometimes is off a little bit. Some of it's right, but CJ Stroud tried to play Superman. That didn't work out.
What's it called? Touchdowns.
What do you see?
Aaron Rodgers with 4 completed Hail Mary touchdowns.
Yeah. Okay. What's the source?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Just Google.
probably Aaron Rodgers. If I had to,
Don't doubt it.
but Ethan's right. I mean, Brady had quite a few opportunities for that as well. He played so damn long, so he might be up there also. All right. CJ Stroud, 13 for 20 for 118, 1 touchdown, no picks, 2 sacks. Aaron Rodgers, 9 for 15 for 79 yards, 1 sack. Houston, 16 rushes for 86 yards. Woody Marks has 11 for 59. Nick Chubb, 4 for 23. Cade Stover, 1 for 4. Pittsburgh is only 8 for 24 yards. Jalen Warren, 5 for 14. Kent Gainwell, 3 for 10. DK Metcalf came out hot as all heck. 2 receptions for 42 yards. He did miss that one deep ball, that deep flag that could have went for another 40. He might have 80 yards in the first half. Kenneth Gainwell, 3 for 21. Valdez Scantling. Did I say Smith-Schuster earlier? I think I did. And I meant Valdez Scantling. My apologies. Christian Kirk, big first half. 5 catches for 58 and a touchdown. Nico Collins, 3 for 21.
Oh,
Small
he played
numbers
for the
after.
Bills this year
Who?
for a little bit. Marquise Valdez-Scantling.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yep.
We released him though.
Yep. I mean, 2 for 12 yards. Let's see how he's done this year. Valdez Scantling. I mean, I haven't heard much, so I don't think it's much at all. 14 catches on 29 targets and 1 touchdown. 120 yards for the year. Scantling. James? You going to bed? Practice tomorrow?
What in the heck?
Lee.
Oh wait, you're on mute.
Yes.
Okay. Later, kids.
Yep. Valdez Scantling, not a big deal. So the Bills wide receiver crew, we were talking about that just a little while ago. I think Curtis Samuel comes back because he's off the IR. He can be taken off during his window at any moment in time within the 21 days. Be signed to the practice or practice squad or the active roster. I think Keon Coleman stays active. The other option is McCole Hardman. Brandon Cooks has done such a good job of kind of stretching the field, stretching the defense, that I don't know what McCole Hardman would offer in comparison to Curtis Samuel. Brandon Cooks, in the last 2 games, has allowed this offense to throw more balls to the sideline and outside the numbers than I can remember almost all year. Being a little facetious, but I do not remember the Buffalo Bills throwing the football outside the numbers as much, literally, as they have in the last 2 weeks. And it's because you're softening up a defense with the vertical threat that Brandon Cooks possesses and represents. Curtis Samuel might be able to take advantage of that because Curtis Samuel is a speed guy also. And if he's healthy and ready to go, that might open up maybe even if Cooks is the deep threat, Samuel could be deep on the other side and or the intermediate game.
Also,
that'll help Khalil Shakir as well. He's not a deep threat, but the short game,
and
the more deep threat you have, the more the underneath stuff becomes available in the event that those deep threats are producing. Not just phantom routes, but if they actually have threat and Josh Allen will target them and they receive long passes like Brandon Cooks has in the last few days. Keon Coleman had one yesterday. It was Sunday, right? It was yesterday, yes. It can help. Curtis Samuel has not done much this year. A lot of people are upset with him. I can't say that he's done anything for me either, but We need that fifth receiver. You can't run out there with four, and I would much rather Curtis Samuel over McCole Hardman. Unless the only thing McCole Hardman brings is the potential of a
Speed.
legitimate special teams punt returner. Although the first opportunity he got, well,
Fumbled.
second, in the Tampa Bay game this year when they signed him.
Fumble.
Real big return. Then the next one instantly catches the ball, takes 2 steps, and coughs it up, fumbles. So I don't know if that's really in his favor, but he is a threat as a return guy. A little bit more than Khalil Shakir, I'd say. So I personally feel that Curtis Samuel will be activated. And the other good news, we didn't really get to hit on it much. Ed Oliver, just like Curtis Samuel, is off the IR and practicing this week. Why would they bring him and throw him to practice if the plan wasn't to activate him?
Who, Ed?
Yeah. How great would that be? I didn't think we'd get Ed Oliver till at least
The
best
Super
case
Bowl.
scenario, the Super Bowl. If he comes back and he's playing this Sunday, obviously I would hope that either one of them, if they come back, are actually healthy. But my gosh, what a difference that could make.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. We should have never let go of Von Miller.
Oh, looking at it now, the depth at the end position, defensive end position, is not doing us so well. Looked at some film today again of Andre Jones. Did not have a good game. He had that one good play towards the end on a run, a rush attempt, broke through his block, made a nice tackle for about a yard gain or maybe even a yard loss, I forget. Other than that, though, he missed a contain 2 plays in a row. He got absolutely pinned down by Jacoby Myers, by a wide receiver. Big run outside to the right. Then there was a left side run. Looked like a zone. He was playing left end, so it was opposite his side, and he crashed so damn hard that they made one cut all the way back around for about 14 yards, right around him. Just cut right around him because he just bled down that line so fast. Did not contain that edge. He made 2 pretty big mistakes there back-to-back in the first quarter. I think that drive actually spilled over from first to second. It carried it into the second. And he only played 5 non-special team snaps after those 2 mistakes. So that is not looking great, Andre Jones Jr. That's just what I saw on film with him. I think there was 37 total snaps that he played, or 31 maybe, including field goal, extra point, kickoff, return, kickoff. All the special teams duties are included in that snap count number. So it's not really a snap, I guess. I don't know how this works. Trying to see. There's no comments here. I think it goes over. It should, in theory, come over here as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The
comments.
From X, yeah.
Oh, wait. Can't post comments to some destinations.
What is it? Well, click learn more.
Okay.
All right, so we can read X comments. Can't post. You can read them.
Right, yeah.
I'm not looking. Oh, I see. So it won't post them when the video gets posted, but we should be able to read them, right? Yeah. Chat platform support. Yeah, we should be able to read them.
Maybe maybe they're just not.
They're just listening, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Third half. Wow. That's a new rule in the NFL. They're playing 3 halves. Third quarter underway.
But that's
Mike
just cool.
Tomlin, 1-10 in the playoffs when trailing at halftime. Wow. I wonder if he's ever been losing by 1 point before. First and 10 from their own 25, the Texans. Play action, rolls to his left. C.J. Stroud does. Crossing pattern. Hits his tight end. Well, no, wide receiver for about 15
I'm about to
yards.
say that's pretty fast for a wide tight end.
Yeah, that's wide receiver. Jaden Higgins, 16 yards, I think. Good play. Good play to start.
Bad play for the Steelers. Not great defense.
First and 10 again from the 41. Hands the ball off to Woody Marks up the middle. Untouched for 10 yards. Tripped up. Got about 13 yards. Another first down. Texans have just done whatever they wanted to on the ground. They've already ran the ball for 100 yards. Wow. It's a little scary. If this Texans team can run the football this well with the defense that they have, watch out. First 10 from Pittsburgh's 45 already. 2 plays. Pittsburgh's 45. C.J. Stroud, play action, across the middle to Higgins again for, what, another 14 or 15? Yep, 14 yards. Oh, and Cam Hayward's down? Oh, geez. Yeah, C.J. Stroud, man, really makes his guy get extended to catch that football. Kind of gets twisted up when he gets tackled. Hopefully he's all right.
Same.
Cam Hayward down? They're going to a timeout for Cam Hayward. Jeez. You hate to see that.
Going downstairs.
Tired?
Yeah.
All right, bro. Love you. See you tomorrow. You all right?
Yeah.
Tired? Oh. This Texans team, I tell you, they got something that any and every other team in the playoffs will most likely not want to match up against or face if they don't have to. If this Texans team can run the football in the fashion that they are doing right now, that's not good. That's not good for the rest of the AFC. But you can watch C.J. Stroud and also say, well, if you can stop their run game, C.J. Stroud, is he going to win a football game? I don't know. Their defense has been good, but the Pittsburgh Steelers offense has been horrible. I mean, Aaron Rodgers literally screaming his head off after every play. So I don't know what to think. I can't tell if they're completely not executing the plays the way that they should be. Cam Hayward is limping, but he's on the sideline on his own. I highly doubt that man's not coming back in the weekend. He's actually strapping his helmet back up tight. He's going to get out there in a second. First down and 10 from the Steelers' 31 the Texans have now. C.J. Stroud has 4 fumbles, by the way. 2 lost. 4 fumbles. Hands ball off Woody Marks, right side, doesn't get touched till 7 yards downfield. He gets 9 yards. It's unbelievable. It really is. They're just owning the line of scrimmage. And Pittsburgh just refuses also. Refuses to send any more than 6, 7 guys. They just refuse to stack the box. Oh, now they have a stack box in 2nd and 1. They're probably going to run play action. Watch this and get beat deep. Nope, they hand it out to Woody Marks. Gets 3 yards, first down. Maybe 2 yards. Some guys rolling over on top of each other. 10 seconds after the whistle. I don't know what that's about. Texas team is good, but Stroud is having some issues mentally, I think. Yeah, wouldn't doubt it. That's what happens to these guys. It's a mental game. You got grown-ass men, 300-pound men that are strong as hell and fast as hell, trying to get after you. Woody Marks outside right, takes a handoff, 4 yards. The thing is, I'm curious, after this game, I got to look this up. The yards before contact in this game thus far for the Houston Texans is absurd. He's not just breaking tackles and then running away from people. He's just not getting touched. 15 for 88 with 11 minutes left in the third quarter. Woody Marks. 20 for 116 as a team. Stroud, quick out to the right. Completed for 3 yards to Dalton Schultz. Here we go. 3rd and 4. It's not 3rd and 1. Not 3rd and 2. 3rd and something that the Steelers should absolutely be able to stop at least once. At least once. All right. This huge down this game. 2 receivers left. Shotgun. Drops back. Pressure. Bouncing around. Can't find anybody. Flips the ball and throws an interception. CJ Stroud has no idea what he's doing out there. 3rd turnover of the night. 3rd and 4 on the Steelers' 14-yard line. First down, Pittsburgh. Oh, my gosh. If the Steelers lose this game, that city is going to go berserk. It's going to go absolutely berserk. And rightfully so. Because I'm going to go berserk, and I got nothing to do with them. Jeez, Brandon Eccles. What? I mean, he steps up into the pocket, then he steps back, and he's kind of bouncing. And then he does this little, I don't even know what it is. It's like almost like a basketball free throw, but with the football, as if that's going to work against these guys that run 4.2 40s. A little. I can't even explain it. If the Steelers lose, do you think they get rid of Tomlin? Well, oh boy, if they lose this game, the way that they're playing right now, maybe. I know there's a lot of talk about that anyway, so I'm being a little bit facetious, but if they get 3 turnovers, this is now 4 fumbles, 2 lost, and an interception by CJ Stroud. Okay. This is the only turnover that doesn't set them up with fantastic field position, mind you. So if they get 3 turnovers, it's only 10 minutes left in the third quarter, to which they only have 6 total points. 3 of them did not come off of a turnover. It will certainly heighten the desire for the front office and ownership group, I think, to want to potentially bring in someone new. Because it's been bad. That offense is just damn horrible. Especially tonight. Like bad. And I know the Houston Texans have an extremely strong defense, and they have a very good pass rush and a very good secondary. But hold on one second. Gotta plug my phone in. But based on Aaron Rodgers' reactions, it's seeming to me as if they're not executing anywhere close. And this is not like the Bills game. Wait, why are they on the 4? Oh, he was down. Handoff to, is that Warren or Gainwell? Warren. Okay, he got 7 yards right up the gut. Tyler Warren. 2nd and 3. Tyler Warren. I think I just said Tyler Warren. I'm sorry, Jaylen Warren. I do think that it'll be closer than it because of the way of the loss. I guess what I'm saying is if they lose a football game and they play pretty well and the Texans just completely just end up, last team with the ball or something along those lines, then I don't think so. But if they lose a game like this when they just can't get anything accomplished and their defense is just doing fantastic when it comes to the turnover battle, then you got to look at your coaching and say, why can't you get anything out of these guys? It's not like the Texans came in here and punched us in the teeth. To me, it seems like the Steelers are giving this game away. All right, 1st and 10 from their own 14. I think we missed a play. There was just a handoff for about 4 yards. False start. So get this. I don't know if I've ever seen this. It literally appears to me as if they just sent their wide receiver that was in the slot in motion. And as he got close to the line, he literally pointed at his own guys on the line. And then they called a false start on one of the offensive linemen, on Jonnu Smith, actually, the tight end. It's literally the wide receiver's like, oh, he went. You know how they point to the other team and say, on him, offsides, false start on the other team. He pointed at his own guy. This is the type of shit I'm talking about. The Steelers are in just disarray like this. Maybe. 1st and 15, Aaron Rodgers. Oh, my gosh, the quickest screen of all time from under center. Aaron Rodgers looks scared. No gain. Aaron Rodgers literally was almost falling over. He wanted to get rid of the football so quickly. I don't know what this is. This is tough to watch, actually. It's literally tough to watch this Steelers offense. They are so scared of everything that, boy, I don't think they're going to get this done. Who knows? 2nd and 15. I'd get the ball DK if I were you. Aaron Rodgers over the middle. 7 yards. Calvin Austin. It's going to be 3rd and 7. 3rd and 8. The defense is flying around, no doubt. I just don't know if this is a defensive thing or just a horrible offensive thing. 3rd and 9, empty back set. Aaron Rodgers, empty pocket. Crossing pattern to Valdez-Scantling for about 15 yards. What do you know? 1st down. That's what happens when Aaron Rodgers gets more than 0 time to throw the football. Although I really don't think – I think he's had some time, like we've said. Yeah, it's a good throw. Deep slant, deep in kind of. 1st and 10 on the 29. Kenneth Gainwell gets a handoff to the right side, cuts it back to the left. No, nothing there. Loses one, maybe two. Telling you, this is getting rough to watch. I almost feel bad for him. Second and 12. Empty backside again. They've had some luck out of this. Pressure on Aaron Rodgers, rolls to his right, gets out of the pressure, throws the ball basically away. As the ball hits the ground and rolls out, there's another ball flying onto the field. Wow. All right. 3rd and 12. Aaron Rodgers drops back, just lets it rip deep. They want a flag. It's incomplete. They want a flag. Calvin Austin was the intended target. Lassiter. Hand on his shoulder a little bit. I don't know. Pushed him in the back, then pulled his shoulder. Yes to no, I guess it could have went either way. They want, obviously, Pittsburgh and the entire city and stadium wanted that penalty on Lassiter. They didn't get it, so it'll be another punt for Pittsburgh after their 3rd turnover. Caught at the 18, brought back up to about the 30 for a 12-yard return for the Texans. So they're going to have first and 10 on their own 30. If the Texans score one more touchdown and they go up by 8 points, I think this game is over. I don't know if the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to put the ball in the end zone. I mean, Aaron Rodgers now is to the point on he's just throwing the ball downfield as far as he can. He's probably just saying to himself, maybe we can get a pass interference here. Maybe that's the only way we can do anything. Although I don't think that he has zero time to throw. I think no one's getting open. I'd put this more on the backfield of Houston tonight versus their defensive line. They're shutting down the run, so I'll give them that. But it's not the only thing I have in my mind about the Houston Texans, for the most part, is their game against the Buffalo Bills earlier in the year where they sacked Josh Allen 8 times. They were in his mouth immediately. However, I will also admit that at least half, some actually say that 6 out of the 8 of those sacks were on Josh Allen. They were not the offensive line's fault. And both the offensive tackles got hurt during that game for the Bills. This is good rush defense no matter what. I'm sorry, pass rush defense no matter what. But I might have this biasness in my head that they're all about their pass rush, and I'm trying to watch this game and say, what do I feel about this team? And I don't know if tonight is all because of pass. Well, it's not. It's not all because of pass rush. Their backfield defensively is doing fantastic, and they can run the football at will. And then C.J. Stroud is just doing everything he possibly can to lose this football game. This might be actually harder to watch than the Chargers-Patriots game was last night. That is the truth. It's absolutely the truth. And can I just ask a question, Pittsburgh? DK Metcalf has not had a target, I think, since the first quarter. Since he dropped that ball, He hasn't even had a target. I don't know why. Aaron Rodgers literally is saying every bad word that he knows every time he comes off the field. It's been all night. They keep on panning over to him. All he's doing is cursing and doing these every single time they get to him. I don't know if he's just mad about the situation or if he's actually thinking that his guys are all, in his mind, just terrible and not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Play action bootleg to his right. Dumped it off. Check down. Xavier Hutchinson, 5 yards. There's 5 minutes left in the third quarter, and Aaron Rodgers is 12 for 20 and 99 yards. Man, my God. 2nd and 5, 35-yard line, under center. 2 tight ends. Hands the ball off Woody Marks up the middle. There is a flag. He gets only 2 yards. There is a flag. It's either going to be illegal formation or offsides, I think. Yeah, illegal motion. 5-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down. It was on Dalton Schultz. Probably wasn't on or he was off of the line of scrimmage. One of the two. They're not showing the replay. They're showing all 4 of C.J. Stroud's fumbles and his interception. Oh, my word. He's literally trying to lose his football game. If they get him in downs where he needs to pass the ball from the pocket and not these bootlegs, which the offensive coordinator is doing a great job, like you said earlier. 2nd and 10, he's rolling through the pocket. Oh, yeah, he's just okay. Any pressure now, he's just securing the football and falling over. So if I'm Pittsburgh, the Texans don't run for another yard against me. I'm going all out, stop the run, and forcing C.J. Stroud to try to beat me through the air. Because now, as soon as he hears, feels, or sees any pressure in that pocket, yep, there he goes. He immediately puts both hands and arms over the football and literally almost fell down without even being touched because he doesn't want to turn the ball over again. 3rd and 10, dropping back in the pocket, throwing outside, misses Nico Collins on the sideline by about 5 yards. Just throwing floaters out of bounds. C.J. Stroud is mentally done for the evening. The Steelers are just going to. Okay, so Nico Collins slipped as well on his when he broke his route, but that ball still wouldn't have been caught. That was overthrown. Yeah, the Steelers, if I'm looking at this game and I'm in the front office for the Steelers, I'm saying if we don't win this game, something's got to happen in terms of a head coach or a coordinator, might be offensive coordinator. I don't know the intricacies right now between the Rooney family and Tomlin, but I know there's been talk about Tomlin potentially being fired anyways, right? If he didn't make the playoffs. That was the narrative last week, or the question at least, if they lost to the Ravens. Would Tomlin be around anymore? Now it's going to certainly be in question again if it was anywhere even close, if they lose this game, because of the fashion that they're losing it, in my opinion. This is a horrible football game. If the Steelers end up winning this game, I can only imagine C.J. Stroud might not be able to come out of his penthouse condo or his mansion ever until I don't even know when. He is going to get all sorts of torn up if the Texans lose this game to the Steelers. All sorts of torn up he's going to get because the Texans are completely they are just manhandling the Steelers in every area of this football game, but CJ Stroud had turned the ball over 3 times, fumbled 4, thrown an interception. He's just, and now he's a mental case, and he's not going to I don't think he's going to take any even 50-50 chance. I don't even think he'll take a 60-40 chance at throwing a football the rest of this game. Rodgers might be mad because he realized his career could be over. Yeah. And if that's the case, then he's obviously blaming it on everyone else and anybody that's close to him. It's their fault. That is true. That is true. I'm very curious how this game is going to end. For a while there, I was going to say, you know what? I think I might call it quits at the end of the third quarter and try to get to bed. This is so bad on both accounts that I might stick this one out because of the fact that this thing can go any way right now. So I think we're going to have to watch this one. All right, Rodgers play action, clean pocket. Oh, left side outside the numbers to Adam Thielen, fully extended completion. I don't know how deep it is, but it's not short. 5, 10, 15. This is 22-yard gain. DK and Thielen doing a tandem combo. Oh, yeah, there you go. Combo route. DK went deep, took both of the defensive backs with him, and Thielen peeled off for a little sideline out at about 18, 20 yards, and he was left open. They made their decision. They stuck with DK. Aaron Rodgers play action again. Pumps a few times, throws towards the sideline to the big boy Smith. -1 yard. Jeez. Second and 11. All sorts of people flying around the football field right now on the Texans defense. I mean, you name it, all of them. But I shouldn't give them too much credit. That defensive line has been kind of held in check in terms of getting after the quarterback. I mean, they're only rushing 4. As I say that, they get into Aaron Rodgers' face, spikes the ball into the ground about where the line of scrimmage is. Incomplete, 3rd and 11. This is what I remember now when they played the Bills as well. So the Texans are not ending up with sacks this evening. I think they have 1, but they can rush 4 and get enough pressure to get into the quarterback's head and disrupt the quarterback, which leaves 7 guys in coverage. Okay. And when you have 7 people in coverage, especially against a Steelers roster that does not have the most talented receiving core, it's a recipe for success. And that's what's going on right now. Yeah, they got to leave Aaron Rodgers sack fumble. He was hit when he threw. I don't know if it's a fumble. I think it is. Daniil Hunter gets in his grill. Yeah, it's going to be 4th and about 20. So this game is going to come down to, it might end up 7-6. What's up, Cobra? Happy Victory Monday. Yes. Victory Monday, baby. It was a long one. Long nonsense work. You know what I'm saying? I got home around 7:30. Had some dinner with the boys. The missus sat down, started watching this beautiful, beautiful display of football that we're watching. This might be the worst football game that I've ever seen, if I'm being honest. But nevertheless, we're here because it's interesting. And I have a suspicion that if it's Houston that wins this game, Although watching CJ Stroud, I don't know if I have any confidence in him to do anything other than he's so bad right now. I was going to say the roster on Houston is pretty strong, in my opinion. They have talent everywhere. And I think that Houston can actually beat the New England Patriots. Believe it or not, their defense is legit. It's just legit. I thought that they might not be able to play the way that they could play in Pittsburgh. Young, I don't want to say young, but inexperienced quarterback. Offense not that great. Can the defensive rush, pass rush do what they do? They're not in a dome. They're a historic dome team. I don't think they've ever won a playoff game on the road in the existence of their franchise. So I was like, you know what? Pittsburgh might be able to pull this thing out. Aaron Rodgers, all of his experience, getting the ball out quickly, not allowing the rush to get to him. But the problem is not a soul has been open. They haven't been able to run the football. CJ Stroud has literally fumbled the ball 4 times. That's right, 4 times. Lost 2 of them and thrown an interception. So the Steelers have 3 turnovers, and they have 3 points off those turnovers because they can't even get a damn first down. Their first drive drove all the way down to the Houston's, 20 or so, 15, had to kick a field goal. DK Metcalf had 2 catches for 42 yards in the first quarter. DK Metcalf has 2 catches for 42 yards now. It's almost the fourth quarter. Nobody's open. Aaron Rodgers literally every single time that they put the camera on him, he is cursing, screaming at everybody he can think of, complaining about everything. He just fumbled the football. They landed on it, so they were able to punt. Thank goodness. I say thank goodness because obviously I think anybody in the AFC right now would rather play Pittsburgh than Houston, right? I think that's fair to say. Pittsburgh is a much worse team. Pittsburgh is not a good football team. Obviously, as Bills fans, we handled them quite nicely, and I'd like to play them again in the playoffs. And after watching this, now I'd really like to play them. CJ Stroud play action over the middle of Nico Collins, incomplete. Looked like it was off Nico Collins' hands, actually. He grabbed his head. His head might have hit the ground. Joey Porter Jr., pretty good defense, but it was dropped, I believe. We can take a look at the replay. Nico Collins might be out. His head just went straight into the ground. Joey Porter Jr. was literally giving him a bear hug before the football got there. Didn't hold his arms down, but he was literally hugging him like this when the ball came. No penalty. Nico's definitely going into the tent for a concussion. He's walking off, but they're going to look at him for a concussion. Worse than the Chargers. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, being honest with you. This is bad. This is like comically bad. At the Patriots game, I wouldn't mind them coming out of that side of the AFC bracket. You mean the Patriots? Like you wouldn't mind playing the Patriots? No, he didn't. Did CJ Stroud fumble the football again? I was looking down. I missed it. He literally dropped another shotgun snap. This one he didn't even see. Hit him right in his arm. Oh, my gosh, the Steelers. I mean, they didn't get this one. CJ Stroud landed on it. He was looking to his left to hit him in the arm. D'Amico Ryans is about ready to lose it. It's 3rd and 15. CJ Stroud now in his mentals is not going to convert this first time. I mean, I don't think. Shotgun. Steps up into a clean pocket and lets her rip. Lets her rip deep. Oh, my gosh, did he shut me up, huh? Finds Christian Kirk on a deep crossing pattern to the right side outside the numbers. I mean, he was wide open. No pressure, wide open receiver. It wasn't all that difficult, I guess. Now the Texans are on the Pittsburgh 37. Wow. At this rate, whoever get a touchdown first wins the game. Yes, Ethan, you're right. 49 yards, longest play of the game. They said, yeah, by a ton. 7-6, end of the third quarter. My heavens. And this isn't like just a really good defensive battle. You know what I'm saying? Like years ago, there were a lot of playoff games, especially, that, well, maybe not playoff games, but divisional games, AFC or NFC North games, there were not a lot of points. But it was 3 and outs, and it was big hits, and it was pass breakups, and it was just nasty, nasty football, right? Nowadays, that doesn't happen, and this game is not like that. I wouldn't mind watching a game like that. But this game is just garbage. Good Houston defense. I'll give them that. Good D by Houston. Horrible execution of resembling any kind of offensive scheme that would do anything other than nothing. So the Steelers are just not representing anything. And then C.J. Stroud, like I said, is trying to lose it. We don't have any reason to fear the Pats considering our regular season games. Oh, yeah, I don't. I don't fear the Pats. And there's a part of me that yesterday, trying to think of what the outcomes could have been yesterday. There was a part of me when I was thinking about this. So if the Chargers beat the Patriots, we would have went. I would have rather. Yeah, that's what it was. I would have rather gone to Denver and then play. Wait. No, there was no outcome that could have been. I don't know what I was thinking of, but yeah, no. Regardless, I agree with you, Ritz. Is it Jagritz or Jagritz? I agree with you that I don't fear the Patriots, and quite honestly, I think the worst matchup that the Bills had in the AFC was the Jacksonville Jaguars. We match up better against the Broncos and the Patriots than we do the Jacksonville Jaguars. I truly believe that. Jagritz. Gotcha. Jagritz. Perfect. Thank you. Jagritz. I got you now. I really, really, truly believe that we match up better against the Broncos legitimately than we do the Jacksonville Jaguars. And we made it out alive. Woody Marks, right side, 3 yards. There's a flag on the field, though. It's probably holding, right? Holding on the offense, yeah. So what were they on the 37? Now they're going to be on the 47, 1st and 20. Yeah, so Christian Kirk now is having a day. 6 catches, 104 yards, and a tutty. Fourth quarter point differential. Texans this year, plus 78. Steelers, minus 42. Not looking good for the Steelers, huh? But this game is so ugly that anything can happen. Stroud out of the shotgun, hands off to Woody Marks. It's just such a soft defense. Oh, who's going to the Nico Collins being carted off the football field. Head in his hands under a towel. Oh, boy. I hate to see that. That's not looking good for the concussion. That means he's at least out, obviously, the rest of this game, and almost guaranteed next week if they win. And next week they'll most likely they will be playing the Patriots. Man, so that levels out that game quite a bit if he's not on the field. 7-yard completion, by the way. So it's going to be 3rd and 6 for Houston. They're in field goal territory for Connor Fairbairn. I don't think it's technically Connor. It's Kaimi, right? Kaimi Fairbairn. CJ Stroud up the left-hand side. Back shoulder throw to I didn't catch who it was. Joey Porter Jr. playing some defense. He's celebrating. I don't know how much. I mean, they all celebrate for nothing, but that was offensive pass interference, if you ask me. I mean, it's fourth down, incomplete pass. So they made it unscathed again, with the exception of we could definitely see a field goal here, and we probably will. Yeah, Kaimi Fairbairn from the 40 was a 51-yard field goal attempt, actually. Looks like it's right down the gut. It is. Nailed it. In the cold. Excellent job by him. Excellent job. So we have a 10-6 ball game now, folks. Okay? Houston is up 10-6, and I don't think the Steelers are going to score another point. I really hope they do, though. I'd love to see Pittsburgh win this game. I'd love to see Pittsburgh win this game. If Pittsburgh wins this game somehow, do you know what kind of momentum they now have? I mean, seriously, if Pittsburgh wins this game, they have such a momentum that they might just roll into damn New England next week and wax up on them too. And we might be playing them in Pittsburgh for the AFC Championship game. Woo, doggy. I'm being a little overzealous, I think. That would be crazy, though, wouldn't it? One thing at a time, though. Let's see if they can win this game first, because odds are not in their favor. Not even close. Now, what has to happen is, I'm trying to think about this. Let's think about this. Their quick pass game is not working because the Texans corners are so damn fast. They're closing in on those quick passes, and they're not missing tackles. They haven't been able to run the football, but you're only down by 4 points. I don't know that you abandon the run, because the last drive when you actually converted on some first downs, it was due to play action. So the threat is still there. That field goal actually kind of stinks for the Steelers. 4 points obviously is much worse than 3. You can't tie it with field goal. I think you need to get your big boy, Jonnu Smith, involved, along with making sure, no matter what the hell happens, that DK Metcalf gets some targets on this drive. If I have DK Metcalf on my team, I'm losing by throwing him the football, especially in a game like this. Remember, the first drive, I think it was about an 8-yard throw. Breaks tackle, runs for another 15. It's the biggest guy in the field. It's a hard man to bring down. I don't care what defense you're playing. DK Metcalf is a big son of a gun. And he's fast. He's quick. He's athletic. Get him the football. Gainwell returns up to the 31. 1st and 10 on their own 31. I mean, Rodgers does have some Hail Mary capability like we were talking about earlier. Yes, this is true. Imagine that comes into play. Oh, my God. Imagine that. Aaron Rodgers throwing bombs, Hail Marys. Oh, my gosh, I can't even. If Aaron Rodgers connects on a Hail Mary to win this football game, I'm going to lose it. How crazy would that be? How crazy would that be? 1st and 10, 31. Hands off to Gainwell. Big cutback to the left. A misdirection. 13 yards out of bounds. Maybe that's what it is. Get them a little shifty. Shift up those Texans. they're so aggressive and they fly around so hard. Maybe that misdirection can get them, over pursuing a little bit. Who is this dude? Jalen Petrie, by the way, is an absolute stud. 1st and 10 on the 45, their own 45. 4 down linemen, 4-man rush. He's got time. Slings it down the sideline to the left. Calvin Austin, I'm sorry. Ball's bobbled, tipped up in the air. Then he almost catches it on its way down also, but it hits the ground as he catches it incomplete. Lassiter's hand. Yeah, Lassiter got his hand up there. Lassiter's huge. How big is that boy? Let's look this up. He looks like he's 6'2". 6 foot. Is that it? Well, I guess against Calvin Austin, who's extremely short. Oh, he actually had his hands on that football. They're going to call it incomplete, but this NFL is so inconsistent with what's a catch and what's not. I might even try to challenge the damn thing. 2nd and 10. Hand off Jalen. 3-yard loss, 4-yard loss. Oh, that was Gainwell. What are you doing? 2nd and 10. 7th tackle for a loss. You're just gonna run your shotgun HB stretch like for the 19th time. You gotta change it up. Empty backfield now. 3rd and 12. They're 1 for 9 on 3rd downs with an average yard to go of 11.3. My goodness. 4-man rush. Got time, and he's sacked. Fumble. Houston picks the ball up, and they're bringing it in for a touchdown. Sack, fumble, no whistle, touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, when he was on the ground, he made 0 attempt to go after the football, by the way. He's probably not. Aaron Rodgers is probably literally going to sit down for the rest of the game. Like, I don't have a stopwatch on me. I wish they would put on the next gen stats here. I don't think that was an unreasonable amount of time to allow him to throw the football. I could be wrong, but they're not on his ass right away. He had no idea he was about to get hit. Yeah, that touchdown staying. Touchdown counts. Sack, fumble, tutty for Houston. Yeah, this is the only thing you got to worry about this Houston team. I don't think they're going to run the football on most teams. They don't have some, extravagant run scheme or concept. They don't. 17-6. So now I just want Aaron Rodgers to just step back in the pocket and just start firing things at DK Metcalf. Why is DK Metcalf not gotten a target? Their left guard, Pittsburgh, he might have just gotten bull rushed. He did. He got bull rushed. What? Troy Aikman, what? They got on him so fast? I don't know about that, dude. It was right in front of his face. Maybe it's not as long as you want to throw the football, but I think you're giving too much credit to this. This is, again, like if you watched the Bills game yesterday, how much did Tony Romo not get off of Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars? But run with whatever narrative, Steelers receive the ball. Gainwell gets past the 30 to the 32, taken down at the 32. It's like if you're an analyst for whoever it may be, Fox, CBS, whatever, and the Texans are who you're calling, you must say how good their defensive line is. You just have to. That's what's odd for me, is that they don't I don't think they really call it how they see it all the time. They call it how they're told to see it. Aaron Rodgers, he's got plenty of time to throw the football. Throws the ball deep over the middle for his tight end, Freiermuth. Just out, just patched, just overthrown. He's got time to throw the football. Aaron Rodgers is older than the Texans head coach, DeMeco Ryans. Stat of the night. Second and 10. Houston's up 17-6. Hunter and okay, that's why, maybe. Anderson and Hunter are both not on the field. Big hit. Al-Shair comes across the middle on a check down to Warren, I believe. About a 4-yard gain. Oh, Aaron Rodgers running hurry up over the middle to Freiermuth. What a catch. In traffic. Got hit. Flags out. In the secondary. Watch this. Offensive pass interference. Oh, 12 men on the field probably. They're saying, what a catch by Freiermuth. In traffic. Got hit high. Looks like he got hit low. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers ran up to the football and quick snapped that ball. Texas had 12 people on the field. This is what Aaron Rodgers, I don't know. You got nothing to lose now, right? Just let the guy go out there and be a first ballot Hall of Fame quarterback. I mean, obviously he's not what he used to be, but just let him go sling the thing around. Don't think too much. Just go play football. In shotgun. First and 10 on Houston's 45. Pressure, gets tripped, falls down. Sack. -3. Second and 13. Get up to the damn line. Why are you slowing it down now? Aaron Rodgers trips over like his own guy. He might have tripped over the Steelers logo at midfield. I don't know. And he's yelling at the ref. Like, what does he think? Maybe he thought that Houston tripped him. No, Aaron, I'm sorry. You tripped over your own guy's foot. Little pressure, runs to his left, fires a laser beam downfield to about the 20-yard line, incomplete to DK Metcalf. Aaron Rodgers still got the arm, boys and girls. Aaron Rodgers still has the arm. He just let that thing rip. He was rolling to his left. Whoa. Incomplete, but he's still got the arm. This is probably why he says he can still play. Oh, he hit DK Metcalf right in his hands. DK Metcalf has got to catch that football. 2 receptions, 0 since the second drive for DK. 3rd and 13, empty backfield. Aaron Rodgers, ball deflected, incomplete. The Texans are literally just like, it's one of those games where everybody wants to play because they know they're going to pad their stats. They're just having fun. They're jumping up, chest bumping each other, just having a great time now. It's just like rec football. Yeah, this team is terrible. Got to be honest. The Pittsburgh Steelers are god-awful, unfortunately. But this is what you run. Like, this is, okay, so Texans they did drop that punt, but it didn't go anywhere and he landed on it. This is what the NFL gets, though. And I'm not saying the NFL is wrong because of this. I don't know what the best way to do it is, but you're going to have this team in the playoffs because they win their division, and they're 10-6 because they play their division so many times. 10-7, I'm sorry. It's not a good football team on the football field. Now you can make the opposite case, I guess, with the Carolina Panthers, who also won their division with like 8 wins. And they almost beat the Los Angeles Rams, who had their number this year twice, almost. But you're not going to get, I don't, usually at least, some teams just don't deserve to be in the playoffs. And I'm not saying a 10-7 record is a horrible record, but I am saying that just because you win your division does not, in my opinion, mean that you should make the playoffs. I hate to say it because it's so revered to win the playoffs or win your division. It's such a, a thing. I get it. People love it. People want it. I do understand, but I don't know. You got, well, I guess any way you would have looked at this playoff picture, though. Yeah, okay. The Steelers would have been in the playoffs regardless, even if they did something like the NBA playoffs. And believe me, I don't like the NBA. But the way that they do the playoffs, I actually do like. Just the top X amount of teams from each conference make the playoffs. And yeah, you play your own divisional teams more than you play the others. So you can really flatten their chances. If you play your divisional rival twice every year, you can really harm their chances to make the playoffs. You get 2 shots against them. I believe hockey does the same thing. The top 8, the top 10, in this case, the top 7 teams in each conference, they make the playoffs. And for instance, the Rams should not be going to Carolina 2 days ago to play the Panthers in Carolina. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me. You win a division, so what? If you're in the worst division in football, which the Carolina Panthers were, why are you getting 2-yard run for Houston up to about 10? Why are you getting what's the word I'm looking for? You're getting compensated for being the best team in the worst division on planet. And then other teams that are much better than you are getting harmed. I don't know if the NFL or anybody's really ready to have that conversation yet. And I don't think I hear many people at all even talking about it. But I do feel that it's kind of shitty that it works that way. First down, a quick RPO slant to Jaden Higgins for 10 yards. I think it's a conversation that should be had, though. I don't think Pittsburgh deserves to be in these playoffs. No, they're 10-7, though. They would be in there anyway, so we kind of put that to bed. So I guess they do deserve to be in, regardless. I don't know how the hell they made that work. Steelers are the one team that makes college playoffs, and everyone knows they shouldn't be there. Yeah, but you know what, Jagritz? Like I was just saying, I didn't even see your comment. I put it up there. I didn't read it until now. I was just going to say that I don't think that they should have deserved, but that any way that you were to make the playoffs, anywhere you to determine who makes the playoffs, they would have been in because of their record, regardless. There was no other 10-7 teams, and there was no other teams with even the same or better record that didn't make the playoffs. Nico Collins is officially out with a concussion, by the way. Oh, boy, that can mean something next week. That can mean a lot next week. Because I remember this Pittsburgh Steelers defense not being what Pittsburgh Steelers defenses have been in the past when they played Buffalo a few weeks back. 2nd and 8, Nick Chubb, outside handoff, gets 3 yards. 7:16 in the fourth quarter remaining, and it's ticking. I also don't feel that the home field advantage, I think that's even worse. The example we were just talking about, the Rams and the Panthers. That's some shit, man. They had to go to Carolina. That's insane. Pressure on Stroud. Hits the crossing pattern to Christian Kirk. Past the 50, past the 40, down to the 35-yard line. Christian Kirk is going to have his career day. CJ Stroud is getting bailed out these last two drives from having what might be the worst game of all time by a quarterback in the playoffs. He's now 21 to 32 for 250, one touchdown, one interception. He's lost 2 fumbles. He's fumbled 5 times, CJ Stroud. 5 fumbles, 2 for a loss, and an interception. You got to be kidding me. And the Steelers have 6 points. Jesus. You watch the Sabres at all? Not that much. I enjoy hockey. I'm not a hockey fanatic, although I know the Sabres are on an absolute heater this year, like doing crazy things. Tied the record for most wins in a row, I believe, with 10. And wasn't it right after a coaching change this year? They're kind of just pulling out all the stops, which is awesome. I'd love to see it. Never really got big into hockey. I'm a baseball. I played college and short stint of minor league baseball. Went back to school, played basketball as well for a year. Oh, it's the GM that got canned. Okay, I see it. Are you a hockey guy? Are you a Sabres fan? Grits, are you from Buffalo? Hey man, either way, whatever. Okay, keep up. First down and more. Nick Chubb up to the 20-01 yard. This game is over. I keep up with how they're doing. We don't watch many games. Went to one down here against Carolina a couple years ago. Oh, okay, a couple months ago. Living in North Carolina, very cool. Buddy of mine. I'm from upstate New York, not Buffalo, but like central upstate New York. And one of my best friends growing up moved down to Charlotte just a few years after high school, really. Also, and he absolutely loves it down there. Absolutely loves it. And yeah, no, we want to get to a Sabres game. We stay in the hotel that is attached to KeyBank Arena there, where the Sabres home ice is. Whenever we go to our Bills games, we stay. We're only a couple hours away, but we stay overnight anyways. And we have to get out there for a game. My boys really want to check that out. But have not yet. And no, we're just it's my fault. Nothing against hockey either. I really enjoy it. Actually, I think hockey's one of the better sports to watch live. I think it's a lot of fun live. But yes, I've heard that the Sabres are just doing silly things this year. So if the Steelers don't get a turnover here in the next play or so, we're going to call this an evening. Was really looking forward to a better football game than this. You do have a really good chance of watching some pretty bad football when it comes to putting on the Steelers game. Didn't think tonight was going to be the case. I thought that there was a chance that the Steelers could have won this game. And quite honestly, we weren't far off. It was 7-6 at halftime. There's really nothing that's proving to me that the Texans are all that good. Even defensively, I don't know if this team is any good. I can't tell. Defensively, they have shown signs. But the Steelers have played so poorly that I think they made the Texans look a little bit better than what they actually are. Although their defensive backfield played lights out tonight. They fly around like maniacs, and they are very, very good. But I don't know. It's a hard game to watch. It's hard to gauge because those Steelers are just so bad. So far, the worst playoff game. Yes, Ethan, you're 100% correct. You are 100% correct. even worse than the Patriots game. And that wasn't, I don't know, that wasn't all that terrible. This was just bad to watch. Just bad to watch. First and goal. Okay, this game is over. That is it. Wrapping it up. We will oh wow. Woody marks up the middle. Steelers just wanted no part in trying to tackle a man, and they're on an NFL football team. Didn't even attempt to tackle him. Yeah, you know what? I forgot who asked it earlier. Here's my answer. I would not doubt at all that Mike Tomlin gets fired now. After that effort and that performance, that is a bad way to lose and go 1-0 in the playoffs. And this score here is not indicative of this game by any stretch of the imagination. Anyway, appreciate everybody. We will talk to you soon. Wednesday around with Dan Mitchell, either tomorrow night or Wednesday after Dan Mitchell. We'll have our preview of the Broncos, and then we'll get on there as much as we can between now and Sunday. Well, I'm sorry, Saturday. Remember, we have the only short week of any team in the NFL playoffs. Isn't that fair? Some bullshit. Anyway, everybody have a good night. We'll talk to you soon. Appreciate you. Cold front.